Hey y'all, been making some bourbon. I had somebody want me to make a video talking about how to make bourbon, and I know there's a lot of people out there that don't agree with it, but I use these sticks, these little spirals, made by the Barrel Mill, American Oak Medium Toast. That's what I use. It's really good. 1/3 of a stick. You break it. You put it in a jar for 8 weeks. It is no different from putting it in a barrel. I got a barrel here, but I haven't used it yet because I got something real special I want to put in there that I have planned. It's going to be real special. But, you know, this is very handy to let you know how you know if you like your moonshine as bourbon. If you like that mash bill, you know, you might like I made a maple moonshine and I turned the whole thing into bourbon, and it's good. But I wish I'd have kept some of the moonshine because I liked it like that too. You know what I mean? But you know, and I do piss a lot of people off when I go and I nuclear age things in the microwave. Yeah, I could see where it's not the same as time aging. You're right. I've done an experiment and it's not the same. However, the surface area to this with a quart of shine is no different from having it in a 55-gallon barrel. You put it on there for 8 weeks, 1/3 of a stick, in a 1-quart jar, you're going to be just as good as putting it in a barrel. That's my opinion. I don't give a shit what people say. I call it welfare wood. But anyhow, good thing to know about making bourbon in a jar. First off, you want to air it out. Damn. That went everywhere. You want to air it out, right? So when you can do this at the beginning or at the end. So, I'm going to tell you the time you have. You still got a bunch of that volatile alcohols coming off of your moonshine. You just made it. It's all stuck in the jar now. It's got nowhere to escape. It wants to evaporate, right? They call this the angel's cut, or the angel's share. Angel's share, devil's cut. You put a coffee filter on the top of it and just let it sit open. Can't no bugs get in there. Keep in mind though, you don't want to do this longer. Never do it longer than 4 weeks. That's if it's like 120. I usually barrel age at 120. This at 120. I just blended all that shit up. But I usually do it at 120. I keep a coffee filter on there. If you leave it on there for 8 weeks, you're going to come back and you're going to have a lot of alcohol gone. It's not water that leaves. It's alcohol. So if this is 120 proof, check the proof in a week. Check the proof in another week. But keep in mind, with everything that leaves this, it's going to concentrate, it's going to thicken up, it's going to get delicious, syrupy, bourbony. It's going to be awesome. But don't do it for 8 weeks. Never do it for more than 4. I recommend 1 or 2. That's what I say. That's how I do it. I'm just showing you how to age with some welfare wood. And these sticks are like $13 a pack or something like that. 15, something like that. They're expensive. I'm going to try and find a company that makes them. Try and see if they'll give me some for free if I, you know, throw their name about. But I need some big barrels too because I got a lot of shit coming. This is a good way to kind of get a taste, you know. You don't know if you're going to like it. You don't want to go and buy a $300 barrel and make a huge giant batch and end up with 55 gallons of 100 to 120 proof bourbon that you're not going to want to drink or give away. So this gets you a little, you know, sometimes here lately I've been doing 1 jar. I'll do 1 jar, whatever I run, because I always run something different almost every time. I don't run the same thing. I'm making videos for you guys. So I'll do 1 jar, and I'll have the other jar set aside. Ooh, that's good. This is a week and a half. Right now it ain't ready. It's delicious. You could rock that right there. That is great. But you like that top shelf bourbon, you're gonna want to wait about 8 weeks. Around here, half the time it don't last that long. I'll have this drank before it's even 8 weeks. I'm gonna try and hold back because I got a bunch that I did over here, some other stuff. But this is that super sweet corn I ran. It's a week and a half out, and it is amazing. In 8 weeks, I don't know, man. I think that might be better than my Bloody Butcher. Did Bloody Butcher, and it's pretty damn good. I thought it was great. I let some of my bourbon buddies try it. They thought it was great. I don't know. That's about all I got. I've got a maple that I've been doing. I'd say it's ready. I put sugar maple wood on it because I wanted it to be a light colored whiskey. But then I let it sit too long, and it sat for a good couple months, you know. So it's definitely 8 weeks. But then I was like, I want to see what it's like with bourbon. So I took all the sugar maple out of it, and I put white oak in it, medium char. I used the light char sugar maple, and it I think it's better with some white oak, man. You can't beat white oak. It just does it to it. Oh, it's gotten better. It's gotten a lot better. Yeah. But I will say that maple, it was an expensive run. It didn't come through like I thought it would. It didn't come through as much. It's not. I mean, it's there. If I had to do it again, I would just run a corn mash and then put a shit ton of maple in the infuser and keep infusing it. I think it would have probably come out better, and it would have been good with some corn in it. But there's always this. You know what I mean? There's always this. Oh shit. Pretty sure that's a clean jar. There's always a blend, you know what I mean? You're blending them. A little bit of that. Right? That's the maple. And this is what I do. I sit around doing this craziness because I want to make the perfect bourbon. Or whiskey. The minute you add that maple, it's no longer a bourbon. It's a maple rum. But this is bourbon through and through. This is 100% corn. You know what I mean? Do that. Don't mix them up. Know what you got. You'd be pissed off. Now I can tell. Right? Now how do those two together taste? Oh, it's great. And then, and see when you do this, by the time you're done, you're drunker than shit. It's pretty cool. Make a little. Boom! Sweet corn. Super sweet corn. Oh, it smells sweet now. It smells so that super sweet, so aromatic. It's crazy. Now it's sweet. Now you get the maple. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know. I think this is pretty good. I think this is cool. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I think I disagree with people that say that this isn't real aging. Sometimes you'll disagree with people. It don't mean nothing. Uh, that much right there, 8 weeks in a 1 quart mason jar, you're good to roll. You made a bourbon. As long as it's 51% or more corn. This is a brand new stick. I will tell you, you can't reuse these. I tried it. When you're done with this, you could reuse them, but you ain't gonna get no color. You'll get a little color, but it's gonna be like whiskey. It's gonna take twice as long. That's why it's expensive to make bourbon, man. Barrels, brand new barrels. You get a shit ton of used ones, but brand new 55-gallon barrels, or 10, or however many, they're hard to come by and they're expensive to get. So you want to make sure what you put in there is worth getting out. So I think this is a good step. And if you don't do it on large scale and you just want a couple jars for yourself, then why not rock these? See y'all later.